such an honor for me to introduce some of you who will not know this wonderful teacher from Lakeview High School, Saundra Paschal, who just received a great honor that, to my knowledge, no teacher at San Angelo or in my past has received this honor. Tell us the honor.
It's Worldwide Branding 2015 Teacher of the Year, which is a national recognition. It's also, they used to be called Cambridge Who's Who, and they changed their name to Worldwide Branding. But it's also the same weekend was told I have a Lifetime Achievement Award, which is an international award with that same connection.
Well, many people in our audience will remember the Cambridge Who's Who, and I'm so glad you helped us to know that that this is the same type of group, or the same group but with a new name. I think the thing, and I want you to talk about that more, but the thing that stood out for me once, especially that I found out that it had a long history, is when you say the Teacher of the Year, and we have some wonderful, as you know, because you've been teaching, as I have, working in education a lot of years, we've both been blessed with working with some great instructors and teachers, and for you to get an award that sets you above even some of the ones we and I right now could name that in any district would be named an outstanding teacher. Another thing I want to tell the audience before we get more into the award that I so greatly have appreciated in my 8+ years of being here with you is the relationships and what you do for students, and that's a passion for me. But you are at every event that students could be, and I'm sure through the years there have been one or two you've missed, but I see you everywhere, and you're taking pictures and you share them with students, and students love seeing that they've been someone has seen them do something worthwhile. Not just athletics, but yes, athletics, but one-act play, so many JROTC. You're there helping young people have a tangible memory of themselves from their contribution to Lakeview High School, and that has meant a lot to me, and I know to families and students. So Saundra, I greatly thank you for your contribution, and you're such a supporter and encourager. I don't think I've ever heard negativity out of you, and I've been around you. Because I go to stuff all over our city, you just are, even if a young person, it wasn't their best or they didn't win first, you still saw, but didn't they do something? You saw something in them. And one of the first staff members from Lakeview that it was invited to be on the sidelines during a football game was you. And I knew why, because students knew that you, not only the football team and the cheerleaders and the drill team and the band, but kids, no matter what they're in, you have supported them and patted them and encouraged them. So that's why I think you got this national recognition, just from my observing you for 8+ years. What else did they pick up about you?
Well, I had mentioned that I had done a book review, a textbook review one year, was on a committee to review a book that was going to be published for the next adoption. I had also help with the curriculum writing committee, so I'm helping to write curriculum that we teach in the district.
All over the district.
And again, you mentioned the photography, because I talked about the photography as of my passion, an extra passion, but I also see the mathematics in the world with the pictures. So I'm showing the students how to look at a picture and not see just that this is a person or this is a tree or this is whatever, that there's something in it that you see the mathematics in, the different kinds of functions that we teach or that I'm teaching in Algebra 2. I see it in the shape of a tree, in the shape of a tree limb, or in the shape of the football line coming up from the stance. They form a certain kind of function, and I see that shape.
I've been in Saundra's classroom when she used pictures she had taken of Lakeview students that year, and they were to pick out the geometric shapes or math, something to do with math. And I remember a young man with his pole jumping the pole vault, and kids, you made math come alive because you used pictures of them and their friends, and I loved that, and the kids loved it. So keep going.
It's just that I enjoy teaching, and I love when a student understands the concept I'm teaching that day. The light comes on their face and their eyes, and that to me is my reward for teaching that day. And when a student who struggled so long over something and they couldn't get past this point, and suddenly it dawns on them, that's what that's saying to me, that epiphany that they get, and that's the reward for teaching.
And math, of all the subjects, core subjects, I think more students through my years have struggled. It's not easy. Even from young children, some think they're not good at math. And I have enjoyed through the years watching kids, instead of, even when it was hard, instead of being down in their desk and discouraged, you have tried your best to make it meaningful and real, and then to have some fun with it. And that's hard to do. You can't necessarily do it every day.
Right.
But I have seen you, so I wasn't surprised to know that you had received this award. It's a testimony to the years you have dedicated your life to young people. So let's talk about that. How many years have you taught at Lakeview?
This is when the year finishes with my 34th year teaching at Lakeview.
Did you teach prior to that?
1 year at El Dorado was my first year to teach, but I was an aide for 7 years at Lakeview prior to teaching. So,
oh my goodness, I would not have, that's why I don't guess. I would have not guessed at all, because it is so obvious you still enjoy it. And kids have in many ways changed.
Oh yes.
But you still see good in kids. And that's why I am so grateful. One of the main reasons.
The students who come into the class, and you can tell they don't like math. They've never been successful at math. And it's like, well, you never had me as your teacher. Give me a chance. And work with me and do what I ask of you. If you try to understand what I'm saying, or give me your best effort, you'll be successful in the class. And for the most part, they are.
Well, what I think I just heard you say, but I have observed your actions, is that you take part of the responsibility to do everything in your power to help a child believe. If they give their part, you're going to give your part. And I've never seen a highly successful teacher at any level, even through university level, that if they don't have that spirit that you have, they don't reach as many kids And that's why I think you still have joy in going to work.
Yes. The students who write back, this one year, he wrote back, Miss Paschal, he was attending A&M. I use my algebra every day. He's in an engineering course or degree. And I said, I knew that you would be using your algebra. And he was reaffirming he knew his algebra. And I said, right now, algebra is foundational stuff. When you get off to high school, get out of high school and college, that's where you'll see the relevance of where it's going to apply. But you have to have the foundations to get there.
Well, another one of your students, who you just mentioned, one that went to Texas A&M, and I know there's a family of two great young people that have gone through Lakeview and have gone to Texas Tech, and one, Joanna Gatlin, got the highest engineering honor that Texas Tech gives, and that is chock full. Everyone knows that, of math. And when I have talked to her, of course I was so proud I just burst my buttons that an SAISD student won the highest award in engineering at Texas Tech, and I let everybody I could know that. But when I interviewed her, she gave her science and math teachers at Lakeview credit. If she had not had good teachers, she could not have overcome a deficit in order to do well, even though she is very smart.
Yes.
And it's just absolutely lovely, as is her brother, and what a great family. Well, I am so grateful that my path has crossed yours, and that every single time I see you in the classroom, in the halls at Lakeview, and at so many events, you are encouraging and supporting kids, and adults, and the staff members that are working with those young people, and they can't get enough of what you give.
Well, thank you.
And this city is grateful for you, Saundra Paschal.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.